I have bad allergies. Hopefully you could hear me. I've been meaning to get this out as soon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I gotta do some editing. I want to get this out as soon as possible, but my mic was acting stupid. So, here we are. I want to bring attention to Bowman's neck. I kinda. I'm so sorry. My nose is acting up and all that. When I was watching the show, I couldn't stop blowing my nose. But I wanted to go ahead and get on to what I was watching. No, what I was watching. To this episode. I missed last week's episode and to talk about it because it was Super Lost. Okay, it was not attached to Flame or Soap Burner. They aren't characters I hate, but they aren't really characters I like that much. The secret of the lighting this is something that I really wanted to know about. I kind of got hyped a bit for this episode. I thought, oh my goodness, excuse me. I thought this episode was pretty good. I can't mute myself. Can I? No, I have to stop it, I think. Alright, so. I was going to do a thing where I say what's good, what's bad about this episode. There's nothing bad with this episode, I gotta be honest. I do like, though, that in a bit of that epic battle setting, it's Lightning and Revolver in a field that's very peaceful. Actually, yeah. The fields may actually have some sort of meaning. For what is it? Like Playmaker's Field was like a field full of reflections, and I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching this too far, but yeah, it's all reflective. You know, there's like some water effect, but there's not. And then the person who had to fight there was Kusanagi. I guess some sort of eternal reflection of something. I don't know. The field Revolver's on is like this nice peaceful field, and maybe because the conflict's actually on the digital side, no one on in real life is actually being hurt. So like to the outsiders, it's all peaceful. I don't know. It's just a passing thought. Why not get it out there? I will be putting, maybe it already passed. I'm not too sure, but a picture of Bowman's neck and Bowman, his neck. That angle is pretty funny. Anyway, what I thought was pretty interesting was actually, well, Lightning's secret. He is, out of all the AI, the defective one. He is the one that would cause the downfall of humanity and of, well, the Ignis. I had to watch Yu-Gi-Oh's Everything video on this before I made mine, mainly because of the mic problem things. Actually, I was actually working on the mic things as I listened to it, or I was about to, I should say. He brought up some cool little things that made me think, so I'm going to carry that on to here to carry on the conversation, and that is, what will happen after this duel? I don't read into spoilers, so I'm literally just, I don't know. I don't read into like descriptions of episodes or anything like that. I take it all as the show goes. So my point of view, maybe Revolver, maybe there could be a happy end. Maybe after Lightning is defeated, maybe Revolver and the Ignis can just chill out. You know what I mean? But also maybe because Bowman absorbs Lightning. I'm guessing next episode Lightning gets defeated. He gets what's coming to him. Bowman absorbs him. But again, Bowman has only absorbed AIs that have been in a duel. He beat Flame, so he got both wind and fire attributes. He beat Aqua, so he got both earth and water attributes. The two attributes he does not have is light and dark. Can he absorb lightning? Just like, oh, you're dying, let me just absorb you. Well, no, because maybe the same way as Flame did. And if Bowman did absorb lightning, would lightning's powers transfer to him only, or would lightning's corruption also transfer to him? I don't think any of the personalities have transferred over to Bowman so far. So the thought of him becoming a Lightning Point 2 isn't really there. If it happens, that would be a bit weird, but storytelling wise, it would be of course it happened because anime, but story point wise, doesn't really make sense. It kind of damages it, not really make it like a story. I would prefer actually if Yu-Gi-Oh went more story focused. By that, I don't mean just full on story, but I mean put story front row center and then the card games, because that way things would flow much better than trying to be card game of that. Kind of like the Selector series, the Wick series, but even then the story is kind of flip floppy a bit. No story is actually perfect. There could be a perfect sequel, which I do agree on that. There are no perfect stories, just a perfect sequel, and so on. Because you could improve on with the last one. Real fast, talking about the new Legolas, that's the name it was called. The new Legolas, I forgot what it's called. What is it? Whatever archetype Lightning uses. Armatos Legio Palumbum Trident. Kind of looks like a spellcaster, actually. I could see how tonight, but like the hat, the cape, and then it has that trident thing. I don't know. Also, only Japanese viewers would actually know what the effect is. So I don't know what the effects are. Its attack is doubled though when it's in the extra monster zone. But my question is why? Why would Lightning summon a monster there? I know we're going a bit into the dueling tactics here. And dueling tactics wise, why are you giving your opponent 3 link markers at all? Here's the thing. Orcrust is a archetype that has points to your opponent's field, but their effects all read and have something to do with actually disrupting your opponent if they dare step on your tiles. If you were to put a very strong monster in a Orcrust zone that's pointed on your side, they can activate that effect that their monster has and then send away your monster. That's actually pretty whoa right there. So you get out your big strong monster and boom, it's gone. No cost at all. So is Lightning's monster something like that? I can kind of see how this duel is going to go. It looks like it's going to go very much in Revolver's favor because of Borrow Load Dragon. He will attack into that monster. If the monster has no comebacks at all, he's going to snatch up that monster and attack with that monster. Then during the end phase, that monster is going to be gone away. I fought against Burrow Sword Dragon quite a long time actually. Well, actually not quite a long time. Quite for a while when I duel and stuff. People summon that out. You have to be the one to attack it to get over it. Because its effect only works when it attacks. I don't know how the hell the XE monster plays a role here, because in Yusaku's duel, the XE monster he summoned brought out Firewall, which had synergy and all that. In the real life card game, Firewall is literally the only card, but it's banned right now because it's been abused for the summoning effect of it. So his XE monster he's going to summon next episode. I don't know what the hell that's going to do. What the heck it's going to do. But I'd like to also point out here, because I kind of have the episode going in the background, and I'm kind of just free-balling it, and whatever it's bringing up, I'm just saying. Did something happen on the internet? Okay, yeah, I did. I kind of like this twisty effect that happens, spinning effect happens when Revolver's actually talking about free will. Let's go on to that subject. I think it's pretty interesting. I never once thought about, free will, this, that, and that. I was just like, okay, people have actions, they decide to do them, if not. You know, the only not debate, but the thing I've gotten close to is it. I forgot what you call it. It's like fuck, I forgot. Anyway, is the God of Christianity, the one from the Bible, yeah. Does he have free will? That's what I'm talking about. Not really a debate, but speculation type of thing. I don't know the name. Anyway, let's get on to this anime. I never really thought about free will until, well, in this anime, of course. And I think it's pretty interesting, everything they're bringing up. Um, I think it's pretty interesting that Revolver asks, there we go. The Dark Atheist, I forgot his name, totally. Where does it come from? And he's like, well, the head. I was thinking, oh, well, the heart, right? Or the combination of both. Like, is that, like, that would be the answer? The real answer is, we don't know. I think it's interesting that Revolver did look at everyone's data. And also there's that joke as well as the Dark Ages is saying, don't look at my dark history. And the poem is like, oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm, what is it? Oh yeah, then he's kind of like, I messed up that. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like with this sick thing here. What I'm trying to say here is, it's interesting. I want to know more. Let's continue going. I want to see what's going to happen next. And on top of that, I just find it all very interesting, this episode. That the plot twist, I guess you could say here, is that lightning is the defective Ignis, and if lightning wasn't there, peace could actually be a thing. All this conflict would be averted. Um, shit. Also, like the faces that lightning actually gives. Let me go ahead and skip, see if there's anything else I could bring up here. But I think it's a pretty cool thing that all the Ignises, like the flame and all the darkness, could actually get along with humanity. What else is there besides him? That I guess the only thing I could ponder next is, well, what would happen? You know, I'm gonna tell you what I think's gonna happen. What I think's gonna happen, we're always gonna beat lightning. Bowman may or may not absorb lightning, and then I don't think there's gonna be a 2-on-1 battle. I think Bowman and Playmaker are gonna end up fighting, and this will be an epic fight. But it also causes some questions because Lightning's like, I'm gonna bring in Bowman to basically be the superior, AI's gonna rule. What happens then? Does, like, after all this, let's say Bowman loses to Playmaker. Does Bowman just live in the VRains? If Playmaker loses, what the hell does Bowman do? I guess he would continue what Lightning brought him up for. I also think it's pretty interesting that Lightning, as a character, felt like, what is it? Lightning's negativities are pretty big. That's what makes him a character in the first place. And the fact that he went so above and beyond to be, to hide his imperfections of being like the shit AI, basically. To be the high and mighty one, I think that's interesting to some degree. And sadly, it is his fault that everyone is gone, and he just has no problem with it. It's like, I gotta be honest. I did get upset when I saw this episode a bit because of how Lightning is, but he's the antagonist. He's supposed to be like that. So I'd say okay, that's props there. I will actually be doing a review of Endgame. I know this is super random, but yeah. Also, on one final note before I end this video, during this episode, for some weird reason, Revolver just glowed white. I don't know why. I thought it was like, I thought it was like, what is it? I assumed that was like his power or something, like some real anime shit happening when he was talking about, um, I don't know. I don't know why the hell he's glowing white. Like, besides it being some like anime shit, like I don't know why the fuck he's glowing white, Revolver. I did like, I will say this, his Link summon into Burrow Sword Dragon had that whole cool animation, and then there was actually a spot in the field where a thing rose up from the ground, opened up, and then his dragon just came out, which was pretty cool. In a very mechanical way, his dragon came out. That's all I could think of, and that should be it, really. Except for this one little last thing. The ending song. I liked it. I heard the original ending song. It's like about 10 minutes. The audio, I don't think it was that good. The song had no English lyrics for me to hear, so all I heard was Japanese girls screaming. And some of it did sound like Welcome to the Black Parade from My Chemical Romance, which I thought was funny, and I was like, whoa, I remember that song. Actually, I'm going to go listen to the song while I edit this video. But I'm also... let's analyze the lyrics for a bit, because one lyric stuck out to me, and that was I'm not a machine, which goes into the AIs being, well, with free will and treated like humans. Also, I'm not a machine, as they show the little robot dude Yusaku has. Also, a little interesting thing, I also liked how the ending was actually showing a good end to the whole entire series, with everyone smiling and being together and being happy. But also I really like the whole space atmosphere, like the 4 beginning scenes had, or 3 beginning scenes. But that's about it, though. Oh yes, one last thing. I do really want to know what happens. Maybe not next, but what happens? What is it? I don't know what happened. The recording got really weird. I gotta end this fast. Some things I said didn't really stick. What I was talking about is what happens with the ending and the lyrics and the... I want to see all the lyrics and all that stuff. Hopefully someone has the lyrics in English and I could read along and hear the song. And I lost all my train of thought in that little process of finding out what happened with the audio. That's about it. Future of VRains, I don't know. Will I keep doing this? Yes, until I think there's no more Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that. Like, comment, and subscribe. I think I already said that. And I have a Ko-Fi page. You could buy me a Ko-Fi. Buy me a coffee. Whatever. And my other profiles are actually in the description as well. So, I'll keep doing it this format, this way. Recording on my computer, maybe having some screenshots here, instead of on my phone as quickly as all that, so I can actually analyze a bit more and talk about it longer like I did now. Like if you would like to actually see that this format continue. Oh goodness.